You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Sponsored in part by 29 Brew Pub and Wood-Fired Pizza, and To Die For Cupcakes. Now your hosts, Cody Pinnick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
You're listening to Nerd Overload, the pop and geek culture show that doesn't have a witty intro for you this week. Sorry about that. I'm Cody.
I'm Josh.
Are you?
I don't know. I almost said I was Sam. I don't know why.
We have enough Sams.
We have a plethora of Sams.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
I'm Sam.
And I'm Samantha.
All right. Well, we have a great show for you this week. Thank you for tuning in. Got a bunch of news, but before that, as always, we've got some stuff to check out.
let's see, I've been playing the PlayStation 4 game Until Dawn.
Ooh, I've been wanting to check that out.
It's pretty good. It's kind of like your Telltale style adventure game.
Okay.
But also while being a terrible horror movie at the same time. Like, it's very much like a modern day, like postmodern horror film in the guise of a video game where sometimes you push buttons to advance the story. But you do walk around too, so it's not completely on rails, but it mostly is. But it hits all your tropes of your modern day horror movies. It gets kind of Saw-y at parts. There's a maniac. It's a bunch of kids going to a lodge on a mountain to have a party. A year after they had a party there before, and it went bad.
You mean they're not in a cabin in some sort of woods?
They're in a cabin on a mountain. So when I was playing it, I'm like, this is like Cabin Fever 5. Straight to DVD.
Straight to PS4.
Yeah, they skipped it.
But I think it works because they're really aware of what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's self-aware. And most of the characters are just jerk teenagers.
So they deserve to die.
Like, the graphics are, like, so, like, uncanny valley. Like,
Oh,
it took a while to get used to.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
it was weird.
Everything is super mocapped and
really?
facial mocapped.
I think I finally got used to it.
Yeah, it takes a minute to get used to. Now it looks good to me. Now that I'm used to how terrifyingly realistic everyone looks. Like, now it doesn't bother me. There's these weird psychiatrist bits between the gameplay where, like, a psychiatrist talks to you and asks you questions about what scares you, and then it tailors the game kind of to what you're afraid of.
I'm just imagining a screen full of spiders, because that's pretty much all it's going to get out of me.
That was one of the things you could pick.
Oh, no. Maybe I won't play this game.
It was like spider or snake, and I went snake because you can squish a spider. It's harder to kill a snake. And it's like clowns or zombies. I went clowns.
Great. Now there's an army of clown snakes.
Yeah, there was a couple clown-related jump scares later. Like,
Oh, that's another thing. It's full of cheap jump scares.
Nice.
not like Five Nights at Freddy's full, but there's plenty of them. That one with a ghost got me, and I was like more mad about it afterwards. I'm like, oh, come on! But it's pretty good. I don't know if I would pay a full $60 for it. I got it through GameFly, so I don't think it's worth paying full price for. But it's a fun game, especially for Halloween. You know, if you can get it in a Redbox or something, go for it.
Redbox renting for games is so expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, who rents a game for a day? It's stupid.
Yeah. Okay, don't get it on Redbox because it's too expensive. Get GameFly. I have GameFly. I like that. Other than that, I got Lego Dimensions too.
Oh yeah.
And it's pretty good. Like, the game's a really good, really solid Lego game with good writing. It's actually legitimately funny.
Cool.
Stays true to the myriad of licensed properties it has within. The Doctor Who stuff is great. Like, the Doctor sounds like the Doctor.
'Cause it is.
Says stuff like the Doctor. Yeah, it is. Peter Capaldi. Oh, everybody is pretty much the actual voice actor.
That's awesome.
Except for a real bad Will Ferrell impersonator that voices President Business.
Oh, really?
Really? They couldn't get Will Ferrell? I'm sure he would have came in and read some lines.
They got Chris Pratt. Didn't get Will Ferrell.
That doesn't make sense at all.
They got two Chris Pratts. He plays both his Jurassic World guy and Emmett from Lego Movie.
Really? Now, have you gotten to the Star-Lord No, I guess
No,
there
I don't
wouldn't
think
be.
Guardians-
That's
yeah,
right. There's not going to be
Guardians aren't in
Guardians.
it.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole separate Marvel.
It
Right.
stinks that there's no Star Wars, no Marvel, because they're Disney Infinity. They're Disney. That's not going to happen.
Right.
Does it seem to be like more of like they're all like mini solo adventure games and less kind of like Disney Infinity where you just roam around an empty world just doing nothing?
It's like a bunch of Lego game levels with different properties.
Okay.
And they mash together too. Like I fought the Joker in a giant robot smashing through the Springfield nuclear power plant.
Nice.
I'm not that far into it, but
I think Gary Oldman's the main villain. Isn't
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I got Matthew Lillard, Shaggy.
Okay.
Just if there's somebody that would have a
Is it Matthew
appropriate-
Lillard? Because I thought
Yeah, it is.
Oh, because I thought somebody was doing Shaggy's voice a lot here lately. I thought it was like Billy West or something.
I thought it was always Matthew Lillard ever since the movies.
Well, Matthew Lillard, yeah. He's been doing the animated stuff since, what was it, Mystery Inc., the reboot show that
Yeah.
they did a couple years
It
ago.
was really good.
Yeah.
And then they're doing that new one that looks terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the art of Fred? It looks like he has 3 mouths.
No, I haven't seen
He's
that.
got like a bump here, and then a mouth, and then a chin line. But because of the style, like the crappy Family Guy-esque style they've got going on, it looks like he has 3 mouths.
Crappy Family Guy-esque style Scooby-Doo? I've
You
never
haven't
seen that.
it? Oh, look it up. Let's
Okay.
get your live reaction on this.
Okay.
It's called What's Cool Scooby-Doo, I think.
Oh, that's
Or no, Be Cool Scooby-Doo.
Well, that's a terrible name to begin with.
Yeah.
So be cool, Scooby-Doo.
Be cool, Scooby. Be cool.
The only good thing about it is Kate McCucci is Velma, which is pretty good casting.
That is... Oh, that's not very good art.
Oh, that's awful.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
That's like...
That's like a Family Guy reference to Scooby Doo.
Mouth, and third mouth.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's
And
abysmal.
Daphne looks kind of like a Rick and Morty character.
Yeah, they look a lot like Rick and Morty characters.
Also,
Yeah.
Scooby's voice sounds weird in the preview I saw. Sounds like somebody's bad Scooby-Doo impression.
Oh, so it's me doing the voice. Where's my paycheck? Re-Reggie!
Oh, that's...
That might be better.
Yeah, it's actually better. That's better than what I heard.
I'm sorry that I'm not as good as Sam's Kermit.
Hey, that's spot on perfect. Nobody can beat that.
Frog got your tongue?
Even Brian Henson can't beat my Kermit.
Oh.
Kinda, yeah.
I'm throwing the gauntlet. I don't care.
Come on the show, Brian.
Yeah, you want a Kermit? You want a Kermit off? Calling you out.
2 Kermits enter, 1 Kermit leaves.
It is kind of cash grabby a little bit.
Really? A giant Toys to Life like hundreds of dollars like franchise as cash grabby?
Well, like normal Lego games, you unlock a bunch of characters throughout gameplay that all
Right.
have special powers.
Yeah.
Now you buy them,
The packs,
The
yeah.
packs.
Oh,
Like it works that same way.
You
Like,
get 2 characters in a vehicle in every pack.
like you can complete the whole game with the 3 characters it gives you, but there's stuff all over the levels that you won't have the right powers to be able to access to get the special, like the gold bricks and the
Oh,
side
okay.
items.
gotcha. Yeah,
So
that
it's all
is-
about Gandalf, Wildstyle, and Batman, but you need the other packs to fully 100% the other levels.
Yeah. And every time you get a character from a franchise you didn't have previously, it unlocks a big open world level full of missions and stuff you can do based on that character's franchise.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you buy the Portal set, you get Aperture Science World.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the level packs also give you like a full cutscene filled actual level
Okay.
on top of that too.
Huh.
I'll say it because I know they recorded that GLaDOS song for the game.
Yeah, there's a full Portal level, and with everybody's voiced by Gladys is Ellen McLean and Stephen. Was it Stephen Merchant or Stephen?
Oh, Wheatley?
Yeah, Wheatley's voice.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's not.
It's Merchant.
It's Stephen Merchant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it.
Does Shell's voice come?
No, she doesn't talk.
I know. I was making a joke.
She still doesn't talk. That would be awful if they decided on her voice based on a Lego video game. If everything was about $5 cheaper, it would be a lot more reasonable. But
Because the base game's like $100.
yeah, that's pretty steep.
Yeah.
Although if you think about it, it is a $60 video game and about a $40 Lego set put together. So, I mean, Lego sets are already too expensive.
They are.
The problem there.
Yeah.
But it's not, they're not, like, gouging it. That's about what it would be.
Right.
So the market uppage isn't that much,
Yeah.
given what Lego already does.
Yeah. But it doesn't make it suck any less. But,
Well, yeah. I'm glad it's good.
Yeah. I had something else I was going to say, but I totally blanked on it.
The Wonder Woman one we got, the figure was actually nicer than the older ones.
Oh, okay.
And she's totally overpowered in the main campaign.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was fighting some dumb Ninjago boss because there's a Ninjago world, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to do all this platforming stuff to get to him and punch him, and I'm just like, I'll just put Wonder Woman on here and then fly over there and punch him. And it worked.
Yeah.
Well, the base is cool, too, because you can put, like, 7 figures on it at a time, and they show up in the game.
Really?
And the
Wow.
game actually uses the base as part of the gameplay. There's 3 spots you can put figures, and sometimes moving them to a different spots does stuff in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very active.
Yeah, there's colored lights underneath, and some portions of levels, one will be red, one will be blue, and then the center one is, like, just white. If you put your character in the red one, they'll get fire powers temporarily. You put them over in the blue one, they've got water powers.
Oh, wow.
All kinds of stuff like that.
That's cool.
It actually uses the portal as more than just a thing to put your plastic crap on. Which that's the other thing. It's one of these Toys to Life games where the toys are actually toys and not just worthless
Statues.
plastic statues.
Yeah.
And it was hard to put together her invisible jet. I just can't. I was like, I don't see that piece.
Well, when you can't see the piece.
It's literally happened at least 4 times.
Yeah, it's a bunch of transparent Lego bricks that all look the same. But the game starts, you don't put the portal together. The game starts, you play for about 5 minutes, and they're like, oh, we need to build this portal, and the instructions appear on screen.
Oh, wow. That's
so it doesn't
interesting.
come with the instructions.
Yeah, it does, but
Oh.
actually the later figures don't have instructions with them, but the portal does. But yeah, part of the game is playing with the toys.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
It's probably the best example of the Toys to Life concept they've done yet. It really innovates on it.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I'm still not going to spend $100 on it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It hurt.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll lay away it. It is that time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't know if it's worth $100, but it's the only way you're going to get it. Like, I don't think they're going to lower the price on it.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon.
No, and they have I think over 2 years of stuff planned for it.
Wow.
So there won't be like a Lego Dimensions 2.0 in 4 months.
Yeah, where you got to buy a new portal.
Yeah.
Oosh. I'd be angry. I'd be really angry.
But it's easier in my head at least to buy the stuff because I'm also buying a Lego set I get to build.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Like if you like both Lego video games and
Lego.
building Legos, it's pretty cool.
Now, are you going to be a completionist about this? Are you going to have to break down and get the Ninjago and the Chimera?
Oh no, I can't.
Chimichanga
afford.
Lego.
I can't afford to be a completionist about it.
I said there's the Simpsons pack, and there's
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings pack, and everything.
I did find myself wanting some of the figures that I didn't think I would before, like the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. I'm like, why would I want something from Wizard of Oz? But then I played the game in the Wizard of Oz level, and I'm like, now I kind of want that. And she has the blow-up power to blow up the silver Lego bricks. And I gotta blow up those bricks so I can get more bricks.
Bricks on bricks on bricks.
Well, I can go real quick. I haven't checked really hardly anything out. I watched the newest episode of The Muppets. We talked a lot about The Muppets last week. But I will say, I wasn't really impressed with this week's episode. And before you all grab your pitchforks and start pointing them at the radio, it wasn't because it was a bad episode. While watching it, I mean, it was funny. I laughed and everything,
Yeah,
but
I enjoyed it, but I didn't think about it as deeply as you did, and you're just keep going.
oh yeah, yeah. All the interactions, all the dialogue, the story, plot, and everything. Nothing about it was inherently Muppety about it. It seemed like just a generic story that they put the Muppets into. You could have replaced any of the Muppet characters with
Normal
human
Characters
actors.
from The Office.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, the episode seemed like it would be like a mid on a regular show with human actors. It would be like a mid season 1 after they got all of the characterization episodes kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's the Muppets, you have the shorthand of people already have at least a broad idea of who these characters are. And I don't know if that means that they're being lazy or what, but it wasn't a Muppet Show episode. It was an episode of a show that used Muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't think about it when I was watching it, but now that you said that, like, you're absolutely right. It was just a show.
Yeah. I mean, you could have replaced it with, I don't want to say 30 Rock because 30 Rock was great, and 30 Rock was more cartoony than this episode. The whole episode was Kermit sets Miss Piggy up with Josh Groban, which makes her super nice off screen, but kind of ruins the show. And if they used it as an episode of, I don't know, Studio 60 in the Sunset Strip,
Yeah.
it seemed like something kind of like that, where they were all kind of generic characters.
Yeah, it was pretty tame, too. It wasn't...
It was a very normal episode. I mean, the B plot was Fozzie X feeling real bad about stealing something from Jay Leno.
Fozzie's B-plots are great.
They're-
Fozzie is the heart of the show.
He
Which
is.
is weird, because it's supposed to be Kermit.
Yeah.
Is Kermit still a jerk? Because I haven't seen the new episode yet.
He wasn't as bad this time.
Not as bad. They kind of dialed him back, but then again, they kind of dialed everyone back a little bit.
Yeah.
I like
So-
that musical number with Josh Groban. That kind of screamed Old Muppet Show to me.
A little, yeah, a little bit. But for the wide margin of the show, or the episode, it just wasn't very Muppety, I guess.
I don't. When he threw the fish at the.
Yeah, that was about the Muppetiest thing that happened was...
Yeah, but...
Let's throw everything we have at Josh Groban, and then Lou Zealand throws a fish at the picture of Josh Groban on the wall.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe I'm just nitpicking.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I'm not going to stop watching it, but it
Oh,
was...
no, I'm not either.
It was pretty tame and pretty uninteresting.
Get it together, Muppets.
You can do better than that.
Be more Muppety.
Yeah.
And I mean, they don't have to crank it up to 11 and be, off the wall cartoons, but, a little bit.
Gonzo doesn't have to be flying out of a cannon in every episode.
But I'd like to see him fly out of a cannon in one
At least
episode.
one, yeah.
Just, I don't know.
Yes, I want him to say, like, not this again or something, or have, like, some kind of, like...
I thought it was weird that Gonzo was talking about his mom. Like, okay.
Yeah,
Apparently Muppets from Space never happened.
I guess.
Also, why is Zoot talking all the time?
Yeah, they're really pushing Zoot as like a main,
Like, he wasn't a talker before. He
No.
barely ever spoke at all.
and he never made sense when he did.
Yeah, but now he's one of the... If somebody from the Electric Mayhem is talking, it's Zoot for some reason.
It was always Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like all of his lines should have been coming out of Floyd.
Yeah.
Weird.
Sometimes they're spot on with their Muppet lore, and then sometimes it's like they don't care. Not that I want to get nitpicky about what
Muppets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not acting like felt people.
Felt Americans.
Money. Well, I've been kind of busy. I ended up sleeping through like all of my D&D last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, played for maybe an hour or so, then they decided they wanted to take a smoke break, and I crashed on the couch, and then I didn't wake back up.
So what, did they put your character in like a bag of holding and carry you around?
I got you won't get this reference, but I got Mark the Red, which is a reference to a really funny indie movie called The Gamers. Well, Gamers 2. Basically, they keep having this guy who's not there, and they're like, "Where's Mark? Oh yeah, Mark's over here, and he's going to do this." And they'll show like their characters in real life, and there's some guy like, "I'm coming," and he just kind of marches like a robot.
That's funny.
It's really good. Definitely check those out. But then I did something that I thought I would never do on Saturday.
Shave.
Obviously not. For one, you jerk. I participated in some live-action role-playing.
Oh no.
Or LARPing.
Oh, awesome. Did you have a foam weapon?
I did.
Yes.
Did you throw any tennis balls at anyone and shout Thunderbolt?
Magic
bolt.
missile?
Yeah.
Force bolt.
Force bolt.
I had 9 of them.
Nice.
In a pouch around my waist. And a white piece of paper with a cheat sheet telling me what the exact incantations of particular spells were. But, yeah. I mean, It wasn't quite like other LARPs where you're playing through like a story. It's very active, very it's a branch of LARPing called Amped Guard, which is really, really heavy combat based.
Okay.
Kind of like that movie Role Models.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with McLovin from
with
Superbad.
McLovin and what's his name from Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, and I mean it's fun. 35 people showed up.
Wow.
From like all over the place.
Nice.
Columbus, Medina, other Amped Guard people.
There were some people at camp that I think that's what they were doing out at the SCA.
SCA is more like where you wear like actual armor and hit people with wooden sticks.
Okay, it wasn't that. Or what? Yeah, because they were using foam stuff.
Yeah, foam stuff. It's probably like Amped Guard or Dagger here, which is another foam-based combat game. But anyway, oh god, I'm such a well of nerd knowledge.
That's why you're on the show.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, you get hit in the arm, you lose an arm, you lose 2 limbs, you die. Headshots don't count.
Huh.
I guess it's to try to keep people from nailing you in the noggin all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you can only lose 2 limbs, so you can't Black Knight it.
Yeah, I'm not like crawling across the field
I'll
with
bite
no
your
arm.
legs off.
But there is a point when you lose like when your legs and you're kind of like walking on your knee. You feel like the Black Knight. I'm like, I think at one
It's only
point,
a flesh wound.
I think I did yell that at one point. It's fun. I did get hit in the face by like 5 people at once.
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. There was like a big fight in the middle, and I tried to come around and be all sneaky and get somebody from in the back, and somebody yelled, "Hey, behind you!" And 5 people turned and all whopped me in the face. But yeah, I think it's because, on a normal person, that would have been like chest level, but on me, it's in my face. So
Short people problems.
I know, right?
You're setting up all these jokes we can't make on the
I
radio.
know. You're killing me, Josh.
Phrasing.
You're killing me.
Smalls, I'm killing you, Smalls. Yeah, I knew you wanted to say it. But my glasses got knocked off, and they're actually kind of bent now, and they need tightened up. I took an arrow to the belly button, and I thought I was going to pee my pants. For some reason, my belly button has always been really sensitive, and when you poke it, it kind of makes me have to pee. It's weird.
That sounds like some sort of fantasy gnome problem.
I was gonna say.
Hey!
I was gonna say some kind of gross Pillsbury Doughboy kind of situation.
I'm also fat. Hey!
If I bop you on the head, will you turn into 3 gold coins?
Hey! I feel like I shouldn't have got on this subject.
No, this is great.
I know who your true friends are.
Comedy gold.
But yeah,
That was a Patton Oswalt joke too.
Oh, okay.
I can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I guess we're gonna do it again today. But it's going to be cold, it's going to be rainy, and I guess it's gonna, like the wind's going to get up to like 20 miles an hour.
Oh man, you really gotta want it.
I know.
You gotta be careful with your magic missile shots and that kind of wind.
Oh, dude, like, seriously, I realized how bad my athletic throwing is when I started playing the wizard class. I didn't even want to play the wizard, but, like, the guy who runs, he's like, wizard's good for first-time people. Here's 9 force bolts. I'm like, okay, what do? You hold it in your hand, you say, force bolt, force bolt, force bolt, and then you can throw it at somebody. Oh, my God. If you're playing, like, a healer, the healing spell, like, seriously, you have to write it down. You have to write it down because you cannot memorize it. It's not like heal you. You have to say this big, long incantation.
Wow.
Man.
It's deep. It's ridiculous.
Just give me a foam axe and let me just...
Yeah, just play a warrior.
Go ham.
Just play a warrior. Oh, dude, there were some like super athletic dudes, and it was terrifying. Yeah, one dude was like 6'5" or something like that, and he had like a big like spear, and he's like jumping over people and stuff, and I'm like, God, please do not actually kill me.
I'm gonna die here.
Yeah. And then, like, me and this other guy were kind of cornered this other dude on the other team, and we're both coming in just to fight him. And he just takes off, like, full sprint, like, running, track jock. And I started running for, like, about 10 feet, and I'm like, nope. I'm like Paul Blart trying to chase the shoplifter. And I don't have a Segway.
LARPing. LARPing.
Oh, yeah.
To make up the rules for that.
Oh yeah.
LARPing.
I'd rather not. But no, all in all, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to start making my own stuff.
Okay, cool.
I can't decide. I've got like this thing in my head where I'm like, I want to make like dwarven looking stuff because that would look great. But on the other hand, I'm like, I really want to make Rose's sword and shield from Steven Universe and wear a tabard that's red with a yellow star on it and hit people.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I know, right? I'm like, I want to do both. It's terrible. But yeah, I guess when you join, you have to come up because when you sign the waiver and stuff, you have to put down your mundane name, real name,
Oh God.
and your persona name. And whatever persona name you pick, that is your persona name for the rest of your Antguard career.
Whoa.
Oh man, you really got to commit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is yours?
I haven't picked one yet.
Oh, okay, because you were,
I'm just beginning. I don't
Right.
even have a proper outfit yet. Garb, as they call it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I tell you, it's some crazy stuff, but it's a lot of fun, a lot of good exercise because I need it.
All right, I hate to cut you guys off, but we got to take a break.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back. 29 Brew Pub and To Die For Cupcakes is a supporter of local radio programs like Nerd Overload. 29 Brew Pub offers wood-fired pizzas and sandwiches, craft beers and local liquors, and To Die For's gourmet cupcakes. They also host a local bike night every Thursday. 29 Brew Pub and To Die For Cupcakes. 1692 Marion Mount Gilead Road, right in front of Office Depot, 740-751-4586, and also on Facebook. All right, we're back. That was the Beastie Boys with Intergalactic. Great.
Planetary.
Yeah.
I missed the video for that song. It's great.
Oh,
The
it's a
big
great
robot.
song.
Yeah, the giant robot.
Yeah. But no, it's interesting. There is going to be a Beastie Boys reference in the new Star Wars movie, I guess.
It was the X-Wing pilot.
Yeah, a new toy has come out for The Force Awakens of an alien X-Wing pilot named Ello Asty. And the tagline underneath it just says, Born to Ill. And Ello Asty is a veiled reference to the album Hello Nasty by the Beastie Boys.
And J.J. Abrams is a known Beastie Boys fan.
Well, it was at the very beginning of the Star Trek reboot.
Yeah.
That's what young Kirk was like jamming out to in the retro music, like the old school music. Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
But yeah, that's what do you guys think about that? I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think it's
love Beastie
hilarious.
Boys. Yeah.
Plus, it's nice to see an alien X-Wing pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really seen one.
Yeah, have you seen the picture of the guy yet?
No, I have not.
I
I haven't.
Let me look it
Oh, God, not that stupid Scooby-Doo crap.
Ugly Scooby-Doo. It passes off as a completely legit Star Wars name, too, I think.
There's so many weird ones. Oh, yeah, I did hear about him.
Yeah. Looks like some weird looking
Camel Man.
Camel
Joe Camel.
guy.
He looks like Joe Camel.
a little bit, yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Speaking of aliens in Star Wars, did you see that it said Admiral Akbar will appear in Force Awakens?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I did see that, and that's pretty great.
It's a surprise altercation.
The more and more we get closer to Force Awakens and stuff, the more and more excited I get. I know I'm probably setting my bars way too high.
I'm trying not to get super excited because I was about this excited for The Phantom Menace, and we all know how that ended up.
Yeah, I told myself I wasn't going to get excited, and then I saw that first trailer, and I'm like, oh no!
They're making it real hard to not get super hype about it.
The excitement intensifies.
Yeah.
My excitement awakened.
And actually, did you guys pick up the first issue of that? They're doing a 4-issue miniseries like that bridges the gap between episodes 6 and 7.
Shattered Empire?
Shattered Empire.
Yeah, I picked it up.
And it looks like they're going to be. It's the backstory of the character Poe Dameron, who's an X-wing fighter in The Force Awakens.
I didn't see where.
The two non-main cast characters that they're following from like Red Squadron.
Yeah.
The guy's last name is Dameron.
Is it?
It is.
I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, and it's very clear that the female character, his wife or girlfriend or whatever, wife. Okay, she's probably going to
be his mother,
be the guy's mother because
okay.
So yeah, it's interesting, and that's cool because of all of the main cast of Force Awakens, the new cast. the character Poe Dameron is probably the least talked about because everyone.
But the only one that actually has a full name.
True.
Yeah.
But we've seen stuff with Finn. We've seen stuff with Rey. We've seen way too much about BB-8. But that's a character that they announced, and then
Yeah.
All we know, he's an X-Wing pilot. That's all we really know.
So it's interesting. It's really good.
I read somewhere that Finn's name might not even be his actual name.
Right, because his stormtrooper call letters were FN dash like numbers or something.
Yeah.
So he could be something else. Well, we talked about that on an episode ago because I called my shot and said that it was he is somehow related to Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
Remember?
One can hope.
Yeah.
On that one,
A New Hope.
A New Hope. Yes, but when I got all my comics and I got caught up, they still haven't quite really fleshed out who that Han's wife lady is. Even except for Han saying, "She's not my wife. She's not my wife." So maybe she's just a crazy ex-lover. Who
Maybe
knows?
they're taking a page out of Firefly with Malcolm Reynolds and
we made that reference before.
Yeah. God, this show is all about callbacks.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years.
Call it a callback.
Yeah.
The Lando books are getting real good, though.
Yeah.
I'm really liking those.
Cool.
But yeah, back to the task at hand.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of comics, there's something interesting going on with that I kind of wanted to get into just real quick. Chip Zdarsky is a comic artist and writer. He's done a lot of different books. Right now he's doing Howard the Duck for Marvel.
You got
And
Jughead coming.
Jughead this coming Wednesday, actually, for Archie, and it's supposed to be really good from what I hear.
And it's got that Erica Henderson art, which is always good.
Oh, yeah. And he's done a bunch of independent stuff, including a book called Sex Criminals with a writer named Matt Fraction. Matt Fraction has done a lot of Marvel stuff, most recently Hawkeye, and we can't really get into the plot of the book too much because it is a little
Risque.
NSFW, you know. But it's a really good book. It's not super filthy or anything like that. It's more funny than anything. But, and it's not what the name implies. Well, it is, but not in the way that it sounds like. It's a... Anyway, the book was nominated for a Harvey Award, which is like a Oscar or, you know... Actually, more like the Daytime Emmy of comic books, because the Eisner is more like the Oscar.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zdarsky is the artist on the book and co-writer. He was nominated. Matt Fraction, the other co-writer, was not. And it's more Fraction's book than it is Zdarsky's. And Zdarsky won the Harvey Award. And he has said that he is not going to accept the award because it was a collaborative effort. And he's really kind of making a stand on that. He was pretty upset when he was nominated and Fraction wasn't. And now that he's won, he's said that he's not going to accept an award, and if it's already being mailed out to him, he is going to write in Matt Fraction's name in Sharpie on the award and then auction it off for the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund or something like that. Because
He even asked them if they could change
Yeah.
the thing, and they said no.
and they said, nope, sorry, we our selection process is hidden and mysterious, and no, we nominated you and not your writing partner. For whatever reason.
Which is pretty messed up.
It is.
Yeah.
And I really applaud him for taking a
yeah,
stand on
that's-
it.
Oh, it's a stand-up thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Chip's a good guy.
Yeah.
But I really, it makes me feel really good that he's really trying to go to bat for his buddy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wish we could get him on the show.
I really do, too. I don't know if we'd be actually able to air any part of the interview with him. Because if you want an idea of this Chip Zdarsky, which is a nom de plume, it's not his real name, find him on Twitter. That's all I'm going to say. And if you ever ask him about anything, ask him about Garfield. Garfield the cat. Yeah.
Or Applebee's.
Or Applebee's, yes. He had a long-standing Facebook friendship with the person running his local Applebee's Facebook page.
Oh, I think I remember you telling me.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. He's like a larger-than-life character. But no, this is a real kind of stand-up thing that he's doing, and I hope that
It makes an impact.
I hope it makes an impact.
The Harvey Award people do something about it.
Or when it comes around time for Eisner Award nominations, they include Fraction and Zdarsky on the same bill to kind of... Because...
They could even have switched the book to one that just Chip wrote instead of Sex Criminals. Like,
yeah, I mean, Capatra or Howard or anything like that, you know?
Well, we could move on to another comics thing we talked about. HBO is talking about getting Zack Snyder to produce a Watchmen TV series.
Why?
I think everything that needed to be said has been said with Watchmen.
I mean,
the movie, because...
the movie was the book.
Because the movie was almost shot for shot, scene for scene, the book.
Like, is it going to be a TV show of those new comics
those
they did that
after
everybody
Watchmen?
hated?
Oh, God, those are the worst!
Or maybe like a pre-Watchmen, like the old Watchmen?
And I don't want that either. Because that's not interesting. That's not the story.
If you're gonna do the same story again, don't get Zack Snyder. Get somebody else to interpret it for TV.
True.
Don't just remake the movie that's a remake of the book.
Again, I mean, if they left a whole bunch of stuff out from the movie, and they wanted to, turn it into reinterpret it as a mini series and make it, 12-hour long episodes or something like that.
Kind of going from like like the Pride and Prejudice TV series versus the movie,
right? But the fact of the matter is, the movie is the book.
Yeah,
you can go out and get the ultimate edition of the movie. I own a copy of it. It's like 3.5 hours long, and it is one for one the book, including the animated the pirate stuff is integrated into the version. Everything that's in the movie is in the comic.
You can sit there with your book and follow along.
You can. No,
yeah, you can. I did that with Sin City.
Yeah, it's like one of those little golden book reader things. They ding, turn the page.
Yeah, when you hear this tone, turn the page. Bing.
When you hear Rorschach say no.
Say, but I don't understand. It doesn't. And HBO is usually pretty good about picking and choosing their battles.
Yeah, their miniseries shows are usually very, very good.
Yeah, this seems like a weird misstep for them. I don't understand.
Do you think maybe it's less HBO talking to Snyder and more Snyder talking to HBO?
Why would Snyder need to do that? He has the DC stuff wrapped around his finger right now.
He's busy messing up all the DC movies.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
It feels like it's comic book media for the sake of having comic book media that's not needed.
Yeah, I think HBO is like, we need something vaguely superheroes right now.
We need something gritty that might have boobs in it.
Yeah, and also we can insert sex into a lot, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're going to have a superhero version of Game of Thrones, I mean, Watchmen is kind of it. If you think about it a little bit, it's not a perfect lineup, but
no,
it's
dark, it's gritty, it's adult. Mm-hmm. It's one of the most popular graphic novels of all time.
They teach it in college courses.
They do, yeah. I don't get it.
It's a step in the wrong direction. Finish the Spawn series. Do that. I loved the HBO's animated Spawn series.
Hey, make it live action. Get Michael Jai White back, like he was in the Spawn movie, the live action movie.
No, that movie's terrible.
Well, they could do it right.
They could. Okay, maybe do it right. But get John Leguizamo back to do the Violator, because that's the only part of that movie I liked.
Yeah.
Luigi.
Name Luigi Mario.
What were they thinking?
I don't know.
What were they thinking when they casted him?
He was popular at the time.
Bob Hoskins makes sense as Mario at that time.
Yeah,
really, because he was more like Eddie Valiant.
Yeah,
he was very Eddie in that movie.
Early '90s Mario, as the information we had at the lore of the time was about like Bob Hoskins.
Was Bob Hoskins? Yeah.
But Luigi was not John Leguizamo.
Who would you have cast?
From that time.
So early 90s?
Made Bob Hoskins play two roles.
CGI him just a little bit thinner and a little bit taller.
Yeah.
You know what? Early 90s? Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
a little bit thinner Dan Aykroyd, and Bob Hoskins as Mario and Luigi as middle-aged plumbers getting sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I would watch that movie.
Yeah.
Wait, so basically,
The Blues Brothers, but Mario. Yes.
Blue Shell Brothers.
And what the heck? Make John Goodman King Koopa. Who cares?
They couldn't do worse than they did.
With Dennis Hopper, which...
I hate Koopa Nazis.
I'm Koopa. I'm a germaphobe for some reason.
and I'm human.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
They're all human.
Yeah.
Ish. Except for the ones that get de-evolved with de-evolution guns.
Guys, we can all agree that the Super Mario Brothers movie was real bad.
Yeah, I just rewatched it not too long ago, and it's on my mind.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's the worst.
I mean, it's fun to watch because, you
so bad.
you enjoy watching bad movies, but it's bad.
There's a part where Mario refuses to jump.
He was called Jumpman
in
Japan.
They're like in like some kind of shaft, and Luigi has jumped and is hanging.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. And he's
that.
trying to get Mario to jump, and he won't do it.
Trust the fungus.
Super Mario will not jump. It's all the man does.
And then they got super jumping stupid boots
that they had to put bombs into.
Yeah, and like load them like shotguns.
And they were called thwomps.
Yeah.
Big Bertha is not a large fish, but a large black woman
with spiky thingies all over her outfit.
And there's a ton of cleavage in the movie.
There is a lot of cleavage.
And it's a children's film.
Yeah. And then the part that always gets me, that I crack up every time, is that little clip on the end where it's Daisy coming through the door and she goes, "I need your help," like they thought they were gonna get a sequel.
Actually, you know what? There is a webcomic sequel that has been it's not being written by the guys who did the original script, but it was the entire comic was written out, and the original scriptwriter read it and said, "Yeah, you know what? If we made a sequel, this would probably be it." And it deals a lot with King Wart and the an interdimensional dreamland type thing where there's Shy Guy like military like people.
I'm assuming,
but it's a lot better.
The original scriptwriter read it from prison.
Yeah.
I hope they put him in prison.
and fun fact: the king of Koopa Land, the king, Lance Hendrickson, for that one scene, they named him Reznor, like the Triceratops.
That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
That does not make sense.
Nope. King Reznor.
Should just be King Toadstool.
It should be, but it's not.
Or, King not appearing in this film.
Yeah, because there is no king. Princess Peach is the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom.
No, there's a king in Mario Bros. 3.
Oh, those are different kings.
Really?
Those are kings of different worlds.
Really? Because the first world's not the Mushroom Kingdom?
No, it's Grassland.
Then again, Super Mario 3 was a stage show.
That's true.
Miyamoto has said it was a play.
I've heard that.
But was it a play based on true events?
Oh,
I don't know. Anyway, we got to get off this topic. We have other things to talk about. You want to talk? While we talking about video games, you want to talk about this Splatoon thing, real quick?
Yeah, apparently hackers have found data that makes the Octolings, the bad guy race, playable in the game. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, that's pretty cool.
And it's something they're probably going to unlock eventually.
Yeah, it's probably something down the line. But you ruin other people's games.
Yeah, Splatoon's all multiplayer.
Yeah, it's all online all the time.
And if you end up in a match with one of the people using a hacked Octoling,
avatar or whatever
player, unless you wait for them to completely drop out of the game before you do, it will corrupt your save file, and you have to start fresh.
Yeah, because it'll want to make the Octoling appear in the plaza, and it can't. There's no code for that, so every time you enter the plaza, which you have to do to start the game, it kicks you out.
Yeah.
So it resets your level?
No, you have to delete your save file and start over.
Yeah, because
so you all the progress you made is just gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I hate people.
Yeah. If you're somebody who plays online as a hacked Octoling, you're a real butthole.
It's kept me off of the game until they get until I read that there's a patch, because I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my save game just so just because one guy wanted to look like a different thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid.
Of
Yeah.
all the options you can choose to make your squid kid look as much as whatever you want to look like.
There's multitudes of customization.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do you need...
I want to be an octopus kid. I don't want to be a squid kid.
I want to ruin the game for everybody.
It's terrible. Terrible. And I hope Nintendo patches it quick.
Oh, they will. Oh, I don't know about quick. They'll patch it,
They'll
but I
patch
don't
it.
know. They'll patch
It'll
it
get done.
in Nintendo time.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But-
Speaking of time,
yeah.
so our favorite time-traveling series is getting another spin-off.
Bill and Ted's?
Back to the Future.
Doctor Who is getting a spin-off about the Coal Hill School called Class.
So the most boring part of the Capaldi era, like the one part that's not about fantastical aliens and time travel. It's a school. It's like, is it going to be like British Welcome Back Cotter?
Welcome back, Doctor. No, I imagine he's not going to be in it.
Well, yeah.
Or he'll just make a cameo, maybe.
Or a
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, as far as the lore of Doctor Who, Coal Hill is kind of important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the school that Susan went to back in the OG, who was the Doctor's granddaughter, who happened to be staying on Earth for class reasons, even though she's Gallifreyan and X amount of how much old, but whatever. She went to school, and that's how we got our first two human companions, and they were teachers from the school, Barbara and Ian. School is in session, but
What? I'm sorry. I think I passed out there for a minute.
No, you time traveled.
I time traveled. I time traveled to a point where you stopped talking about Doctor Who. I'm sorry. No, that was mean. I'm really sorry. I started saying that and couldn't stop myself. I'm very sorry.
I don't need this. I don't need this kind of abuse.
Oh, that was you leaving.
All right.
But anyway,
I'm like, why are you hitting the table? I don't know, it could be good. I don't know.
it could be terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Torchwood was kind of both.
It's being written by some famous YA novel guy. I think Patrick Hess or something?
Oh, okay, yeah, I recognize the name. I don't know any of his books, but I recognize the name.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And Moffat, which is less
Well,
cool. But
yeah.
I just don't understand what they could do with it. I mean, are they gonna do like the K9 series that Disney had, where it's just random aliens show up for some reason,
probably.
or Sarah Jane Adventures? I mean, at least Torchwood had a semblance of they're an anti-alien organization for the British government.
It'll probably be Monster of the Week in a school with kids.
That makes me sad.
I'll give it a chance.
I mean, I'll watch it, but I can't guarantee I'll like it.
The last Doctor Who episode was really great, by the way.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
The witch is familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just reinforces how much I love Michelle Gomez.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I actually watched that one, and not knowing anything about Doctor Who, it was a good episode. That was a good hour. Hour? Was it an hour?
Yeah,
They're
it's
always an
usually an
hour.
hour.
An hour of television. Yeah.
Well, maybe with the BBC America commercials, it's
more
more
like-
like 22 minutes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, Doctor Who's good. Hooray, Doctor Who.
Other TV news, I guess. They're doing a show based on the podcast Serial, and my question is, where's our TV show?
Yeah,
I know, right?
That'd be a boring show.
Well, it's... what is Serial? It is. It's like they go through like a crime.
A murder investigation. And
Yeah.
Sarah Koenig, the host, researches on this murder that happened a while ago and finds all these holes in the investigation and tries to figure out what happened, all while at the same time talking to the guy that was convicted and is in prison.
This sounds like a show that's already on TV, though. It sounds like
Everything that's
Unsolved-
on Investigation Discovery.
Yeah.
yeah,
Everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's basically what it is.
I think that story could benefit from some visuals. Because it's hard to when they're talking about the Best Buy and
What?
the phone booth, you'd have to listen to Serial.
It's really good. It's really, really good.
I could see where it could benefit from it.
Yeah. But will it be like a dry investigation discovery?
Will there be reenactments? I hope there are
Or
reenactments.
it'll be like the This American Life show that there was.
Maybe. Or are they going to try to make a drama show out of it?
I don't know.
Because that sounds trashy.
Yeah, that does. That
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
I don't think they do that.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. These TV executives, they'll stoop to very low levels.
Will there be commercials for MailChimp in between? MailCrimp.
What?
That's one of the sponsors to
Listen to
cereal.
cereal,
Yeah, listen
okay.
to cereal.
Okay.
It's
Like
real
it's
good.
really good. You'll listen to a couple and then you will have to finish it, type of thing. Like I gotta, but there isn't any.
Don't spoil
Don't
it.
spoil it.
Okay, well,
Okay.
all right. Well, the podcast I heard it was really good, but I really don't know about this TV show.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great idea unless it has. Maybe it's about the next series of cereal that nobody knows what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I said, they are looking into his case again. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Is it just one case?
Yeah, cereal's just
Oh,
one
yeah.
case.
Oh. So the whole podcast is just one case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's going on about that.
The new information, maybe. Yeah.
The
Maybe.
new adventures of young Indiana Jones?
The new adventures of Sarah Koenig and Adnan.
All right. Well, hey, speaking of bad ideas, there is a new app that is supposed to. Yeah. We're talking about it. There's a new app that's going to be hitting iPhone and Android here mid-November, I think, and it's called Peeple. Peeple.
Because of course it's spelled weird. 'cause
Of course,
it's an app.
it's an app. Although there's already an app on the App Store called Peeple, and it's like a photo sharing thing. I looked it
Huh.
up. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get around that. But anyway,
They're gonna call it Peepler.
yeah, right.
Poplars.
Well, here's the thing. It's an app where you rate people. Like, you know how Yelp, if you get a particularly good or bad experience at like a restaurant
It
or
can
business,
hurt your business.
you can go on and like leave an anonymous 1 to 5 star rating and review. It's like that, but with real
Human beings.
real human beings.
Real living, breathing people that experience emotions and yeah.
Yeah, and here's the most troubling part about it. You don't opt into it, you have to opt out of it. See, if you have a problem with someone, if someone's doing a particularly good job, did something really nice, or what more than likely it's going to be used for, evil, someone's done something terrible, or you perceived terrible, or
Or you just don't like them.
or you just don't like them, yeah. All you need is that person's cell phone number, like the person you're going to talk about, put it into the app, and it automatically adds that person in, which is then open for anyone to put any kind of positive or negative review of that person online. And if you have negative reviews, you can't dispute them or get them removed until you yourself, the person being talked about, signs up for the app and probably buys like a premium subscription so that you can have negative reviews removed or contested or whatever. The idea behind it, from what I understand, was, it was supposed to be for hiring purposes, that businesses would put in their employees so that, when they go move on to other businesses, during the hiring process, they can use it as a quick way to look up and see what people have to say about.
Is this person a jerk? Do they sleep on the job?
Pretty much. But what it's probably going to be used for...
everyone at the job.
Yeah. But what it's probably going to be used for is cyberbullying.
Yeah.
100% cyberbullying.
Because it's the internet.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
Because, one, the internet is a terrible place.
Yeah.
We may love it and we may get all our information and talk to people from it, but the internet is truly a dark and disgusting place.
Internet's terrible.
It is terrible. Read comment section on anything.
You don't read the comment section.
Yeah.
Never. And this app is like the comment section for people.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's a comment section for human beings.
And that's terrible.
And if your Facebook wall wasn't close enough to that,
I know, right?
Like I said, it's like Yelp and hotornot.com. Remember when that was around?
Oh my god.
It's like both of those had a weird, awful app baby.
A one-night app, baby.
Yeah. Now, luckily, I've been kind of following this on Twitter a little bit. At the hashtag Peeple, and people have been, and people, not actual people, not like the app, have been pretty well lambasting this whole thing. So hopefully, it doesn't get off the ground.
Yeah, because it's scummy. It's gross.
Yeah, it's terrible, and it is kind of funny. The one of the app creators, it's two women out of Portland, Oregon, a mom and like a friend who knows,
Software designers.
software design, have created this app, and on their Facebook page, she put out the one of the creators put out like a general, like, does anyone know how to remove like negative comments from Facebook pages? Because it's really crowding up our front page on our Facebook page. So it's kind of ironic that the person who created the app with almost the sole purpose of bashing other people can't take negative criticism themselves.
And they're going to tell you up and down that it's not about bashing other people, but that's
yes,
what it's going to
is.
be.
It's the intent versus the practical use.
Yeah,
is what it was what it is, and just terrible. Although I will say, if you're listening to this when this app comes out, I urge all of our listeners to get a hold of me. I will give you my phone number because I want people very specifically to rate me by copying and pasting Amazon item reviews. 10 out of 10 would buy again.
My favorite flavor of K-Cup.
Yeah. Exactly. I just want my entire... you know what? People can think whatever they want of me. I don't care. But I just want my People account to be just Amazon reviews of different products.
Well, as your friend and brother from another mother, I'm going to go on Amazon to the 3 Wolf Moon shirt.
Perfect.
And I'm going to copy-paste that review.
Perfect.
If you haven't read it, it's possibly the best bit of internet literature ever.
Yes.
I'm going to start reviewing Amazon items as if they were you.
Even better. Even better. Sam Dunham is a perfect 68 Dodge Charger.
Oh, my.
So anyway, People, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think that's about that's all our time
I think
today.
you've squandered another hour listening.
Yes, thank you for tuning in to Nerd Overload. You can find us over at nerdoverload.com.
You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Nerd Overload website. Leave us positive comments.
Or reviews of Amazon items.
You can email us any questions or concerns or requests at staff@nerdoverload.com.
You can tweet us positive tweets at nerd_overload or negative tweets.
And soon coming to People.
Rating the Nerd Overload on People.
All right, so yes, thank you again for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Pizza out.
This show was sponsored in part by 29 Brew Pub and Wood Fired Pizza and To Die For Cupcakes.